Hello, my name is Russ, and I will be walking you through setting up a Trimble Total Station. Chris is coming in to set up the tripod first. He is going to bring the tripod to the height that he wants before spraying the legs out. This is so that you'll have a rough gauge about where you want the height, because you want it to be, when you have it spread out, that you don't have to stand on your tippy toes or be crouched down. So now he spreads the legs out and over the actual target that we're going to be using. In walks Dusty, and he is going to be taking the total station out of the case. As you can see, he is keeping one hand firmly grasped onto the top of the total station as Chris attaches it. This is the proper way to attach to a tripod because we do not want the total station to fall and break. After having the total station firmly attached, we are going to be turning it on and bringing up the electronic level. As Dusty has turned it on now, we're going to General Survey, Instrument, Electronic Level, and this turns on the red dot. It is in the middle of the swords right now, and we want to move it over into the middle of the O in of. There's the red dot, and now Chris and Jennifer are making the fine adjustments. As you can see, the O has now gotten the red dot, and so we will accept. Now that the electronic level is in the proper location and pointing down at the target, we will be making our level adjustments. In this case, we now have two bubbles we can use. There's this one, which is on the tripod itself, but there is also another one on the total station. Either one of them will work. This one was easier to see with the camera. Putting one foot down at the bottom of one of the legs, unclasping, and making adjustments as Chris just did, and now Jennifer is making her adjustments. The bubble is almost there. It's closing in on the right spot. And looks like we got it. Now we want to measure the height of the total station. So you put the measurement at the bottom of the target where you actually have the red dot where you put it at. And next thing you're doing is you're going to measure to the cross on the total station. This is the height that we want to measure. Your note keeper will want to write down this height. Now we're going to actually create the job. So we want to go Jobs and New Job. The job name itself won't matter. It's whatever you want to call it. You just want to make sure you remember what the job title is. Otherwise, you might forget it. And we are going to be changing the units. We are going to be using feet instead of meters. And we're going to be using Fahrenheit instead of Celsius. You can enter into a different job if you want by going to Jobs and open a job. Or in this case, we're going to go back to the same job though. But as you can see, you can choose different jobs. And now to actually finish setting up the total station, you go to Measure and Station Setup. As you can see, we are looking at the pressure. We did not get a pressure, but you can get it from weather.com, just like the temperature, or any app you have on your phone. And we are going to now be labeling the name of the point that we are at. So we want to label what point the instrument is currently set at. In this case, it is going to be at point 116. Now Dusty is entering in the height of the instrument in inches, and now we're going to be entering in the information for the backsite. The backsite point name in this case is 114. The height on the range pole or the tripod, whichever you're using, will be the next information you enter. And again, we're using inches, not feet. And now we're going to be entering an azimuth. In this case, we are going with 45 degrees, 42 minutes, and 59 seconds. This concludes setting up the Trimble Total Station, as it is now ready to measure as you hit enter and then measure. And let me introduce you to our crew. We have me on the far left. My name is Russ. Dusty, staying next to me. Jennifer and Chris